You know, I guess ending it with them beating you helps a little bit. You know, it probably would have been harder if we were another seed and lost because we would have felt like we should have or could have won. So, but I never liked losing at home either. You know, that always bugs me. We didn't win a home game in the playoffs. You know, Golden State didn't win but one. So I guess you could take something out of that, but it's always hard.
You've talked about the Boston comeback being a galvanizing moment. We talked about Pat getting that buy-in from him.
Mhm.
Are there other moments throughout the year you kind of look back on as being
No, I thought
big
training
moments?
camp was important. I thought we did a good job of selling what we needed to do and who we needed to be. You know, it's funny. I'm not in all the player meetings or all the stuff, but you know, I sold it hard the first 4 or 5 days of camp. But my guess is someone else had to, otherwise they wouldn't have bought in. And you know, the culprits are probably Pat and Lou, you know, because they're still here from the other group, and you know, probably Gal as well, you know. But that had to come from them, even though it was my sale, you know, and yet they bought in, and they bought in day of camp. You could just see it, you know. So, you know, those are all the moments.
That kind of vibe you talked about as being special to this group, but it did stay consistent even though a lot of faces
Yeah,
changed.
yeah, it tells you that the culture is right. That's all that tells you.
So how confident are you that that can be replicated next year?
The culture is right. You know, that we have the right culture to build what we want. You know, that was the test actually, and we passed that test already. So we know that. You know, we know we're not going to have the exact team that we had last year, but we also know that we can change our team and still have the right culture and the same culture. I think that test was proven on the trade night and what happened afterwards. So it's already in place.
Listening to Steve Kerr last night describe this team as playing beautiful
Yeah.
basketball. Is it the team? Is it the style?
Yeah, I think it was a little bit of both. I got which I won't say the coach because I don't like doing that, but he's in the playoffs right now. He said, I've never had a message like the one I got because he said last night was my saddest night of the season. And I'm like, what the heck? And he's like, because I watch you guys play every game. And he said, it gave me such basketball enjoyment. Not only how hard you play, just the way you played, that everyone knew their role. I mean, it was the longest message from a coach who was actually in the current playoffs that I've ever had in my 20 years. And it was just really neat to read because, first of all, he's busy. And second of all, I don't know him that well. And third, just the things he said made me feel great. And when I woke up this morning and read it, I was like, wow, this is impressive. So that was nice to get and nice to see that people on the outside, they didn't see just a hard play. They actually saw the style that we were playing that they really appreciated.
So the buy-in, I mean, you registered that right away. You can see that? You can feel that with it?
You don't register right away, but you felt like, you know, and let me be honest, in camp, you feel like the first 2 days everybody's going, you know, but you can just feel like this team, you know, they had a chance to stay with it, you know, and that's the whole key is right when you get out of camp, you lose 2 games and then it's gone. And you just didn't see that in this team.
So Pat and Lou, obviously, I mean, yesterday they spoke after the game and were gracious in defeat, and you know, like they are. But I mean, how important? We've talked about it a lot, but how important are those two guys?
Oh, they're very important. I mean, they're clearly, you know, Pat's a free agent. I'm not going to get into all that, but I think he's a very important part to our chemistry and our team.
Given that Pat only played 11 games last year,
Yeah.
to get what you got from him this year, how much of what he does surprised you?
Yeah, Pat surprised me, honestly. Like, and I said it, like, after the first 10 or 15 games, I wasn't sure that I was going to like Pat, you know, period. You know, he's so crazy. But, you know, just the longer he was around and the more he led and led the right way, and then bought in too, you realize how valuable guys like Pat are to your teams. You know, you need those type of. We had a James Posey in Boston that you didn't get a lot of fanfare, but he was the culture police over the stars. You know, like we used to say he was the best because, you know, Garnett was great with the stars because he was a star, but Posey put the stars in place. You know, it was amazing. Like, you need guys like that to speak their mind and really don't care what player you are. And Pat's one of those guys.
I think one of the things we noticed was like, obviously we know Pat's important to the team, but I think he was probably crucial in the fan connection in terms of
Who's that?
Pat.
Yeah, he was.
In terms of connecting fans with the team.
Yeah, I think our team was, the way we played, though, is more than Pat. But I do think Pat was one of them. You know, the neatest thing that I've seen since I've been a Clipper, we've lost some big games at home, and usually by the time the buzzer is over, it's empty. Last night, when we lost, it was Pat, and they were standing and cheering. That's happened one other time in my career. And that tells you what the fans thought. Like, you know, they looked at the score with 5 minutes left, and they knew, oh boy, they could leave. Let's beat the LA traffic. They chose to stay. That tells you, like, that's, you know, a great fan base. That's what you want. They were phenomenal last night.
For the young guys, what are you looking for each of them to kind of improve on?
Oh, I'm not getting into that yet. That's too early. But they all have to improve. Let me just, in short, they all have to get better. Shea played a lot of minutes. Sham played a lot of minutes. They both need to improve. Jerome needs to improve so he can play a lot of minutes, and Zoop too, for that matter. But I think they all can.
You getting Shea a dumbbell set?
Yeah, or some food, one of the two. Yeah, some fried chicken.
You can get some in there. Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
You talked about in previous interviews about how after the title with Boston, you didn't really savor it because you thought, oh, we might come back. There might be another one. Has that experience made you more appreciative in the moment of the season? You feel like you've reflected a lot.
Yeah,
this year about
I'm
how much
better,
you enjoyed
but
it.
not that good. Even last night, I swear I was doing notes for things that we could do better. Offense, I actually texted one of the video guys at 2 in the morning and said, hey, I want to see somebody's offense. I want to get to work. And, so I don't know. I think you do enjoy it. I think I enjoyed this team more. I wish I could have enjoyed that more, which I never did. And you can't get that back now. But I enjoyed this team more, where they're very similar to that team, but I didn't spend enough time with that team because you wanted to get with them. And so, yeah, I think I enjoyed it a little bit more. I don't think I do that right. I don't think any coach does, to be honest, not just me, because it's never enough.
Do you have to sort of police yourself or have someone police you to get away from the game for a bit?
Yeah, I'm going to anyway. I do that pretty well. I don't stay away long because I just mentally can't. But I'm going to take a break soon and go somewhere and sit in the room, watch basketball. Golf during the day and watch basketball at night. For me, that's a perfect vacation.
So the young guys, you really trusted Rome this series. And
Yeah.
opportunities.
He came through. He did a lot of good things, and he's really developed. But he's got some work to do, and we're going to make sure he does.
We talked about the minutes that Landry and Shea played. I know they want to get in the gym. You guys want them to get in the gym and improve, but how important is rest for those guys too?
Yeah, it's important, but not that important. They got the rest of their lives to rest, but they do need rest, with your bodies and stuff. I don't even know what rest anymore. I'm sure the training staff will tell me the exact hours and seconds they should rest before they work out. These days everything is so calculated. But Shea's probably the guy you got to watch the most. He loves being in the gym. He'll probably try to get in the gym tomorrow somewhere. We just have to let him, detox, I guess, and then get him right back.
How much do you stay in contact with the guys over the summer?
A little bit, but not too much. I really lean on my staff. I stay in touch with them, but they hear my voice for 9 months. I don't think they want to hear my voice. Would be a nightmare for them during the summer. Whenever I call one, you can tell, oh my gosh. So I don't wear that out. I've learned that that's why you have a staff.
Do you try to rest your voice during the offseason?
Oh, by midsummer, my voice sounds great. Yeah. I could sing. It just goes away on the first day of camp.
You said yesterday that this is, you guys are building something. This is the start of something. Mm-hmm. How does it, heading into this offseason feel compared to maybe previous Clipper offseason?
Well, previous Clippers offseason, we didn't have any money. So those were the begging ones. Those when you had minimum contracts, you were trying to see who you can strike lightning in a bottle. We don't have to do that, But we're going to make the right choice too. We're not going to just spend money. Obviously, there's a lot of guys out there. If we get the ones we want, we'll use it. If not, we'll just keep building away.
Do you think this coaching job the last year and a half could have been possible if you still had the other role with the team?
Oh yeah, I do, but I don't think I would have enjoyed it as much. If I had the other role with all these people, yeah, because I would have still just done my job. If I had the other role where my first year, no, because just too much to do. Yeah.
This season felt like it broke about as good as it could have for you guys, but are there anything you wish you could have a second chance on?
No, because you can't get them. You've been around me long enough. I never think about that. My coaches do that all the time. They always talk about the games we could have won, and I always tell them, what about the games we should have lost? No one talks about those. Even not even saying, guys, man, we had to beat the Lakers that last game we had to play. I say, yeah, we also won in Boston down 28, in Detroit down 25. No one talks about those that should have lost games. And so I always think at the end of the season, if you're a hard-playing team that plays together, it probably ends up exactly the way it should have. You can say the great teams probably could have won 4 games if they wanted to. Other than that, it probably ended the way it should have.
Lou said he's sort of never been offered the starting job, but he's perfected the role that he's been given.
Mm-hmm.
He does end up winning the Sixth Man of the Year award.
Yeah.
Is he, I don't want to say like Hall of Fame career, but is that something special in terms of the way he's carved out that role?
Yeah, he really has. He's perfected how to come off the bench and be a scorer. There's nobody in the history of the game that's done it better that I know of. Jamal was good at it. John Havlicek just died. He was he's the inventor of it in a lot of ways, but Lou has taken it to another level.
Does the season teach you anything that you didn't already know?
No, you always learn. I don't know what it is. I have a list. I don't think from a coaching standpoint, hopefully when I'm done learning, I need to quit. You always are learning. I learn every time I watch a game, college games, high school games. There's stuff you see that you can use. All right, guys, I'm done with you. I've learned that much. So thanks overall. You guys were very average. No, you guys were great. You guys were good. Yeah.